Hey guys, it's Kat. Thank you so much for watching. So I know it's been quite some time since I put up a video, and that is because my house is really under construction and it's really hard for me to make a video when there's so much noise and just really hard for me to concentrate. So I do apologize for that. But I did want to put up a video right before the Thanksgiving holiday, so that's what we're doing today. And I'm actually doing a tag video. I was tagged by Melba from Enticing Makeup. If you don't know who she is, I will link her channel down below. She does amazing hauls and she does really good reviews. So if you don't know who she is, I'll link her down below and you can check her channel out. But she tagged me to do the perfect palette tag, which I saw and I thought it was really interesting, and actually the questions are really hard, well, for me at least, because I love my palettes, as you know. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first question was the best packaging, and I gave that to Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals palettes are just really small, they're compact, they don't have anything extra in it that you don't need. It's basically just a mirror and the eyeshadows, which is nice. I don't really think that, I don't really think that palettes really need to be all that huge, if it's just eyeshadow. And as having, as a person that has a lot of palettes, I think the smaller the better. So I love their packaging. The second question is best color payoff. Now this is really hard for me. I was very inclined to say Urban Decay, but I have to give this palette a shout out. This palette is the Urban Decay, you hear me? The Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. Now this palette is just amazing. Every single color in this palette just packs a punch. They're all so pigmented, so beautiful, and I mean, if you don't have this palette and you're thinking about it, look at those colors. They're just beautiful, beautiful. So this palette is highly recommended by me, and the packaging is really cute on it too. So yes, I give the most pigmented to, or the best color payoff to Too Faced. Now I need to wipe this off somewhere. Let me get a napkin. Alright, so number 3. Most versatile, and hands down that is going to be the Lorac Pro palette. I've shown you this palette dozens of times, but honestly you can't really go wrong with this palette. It has, all these matte shades, and it also has all these shimmery shades, so you can just create a whole array of looks and you're set. So this is definitely the most versatile palette in my opinion. Next question, best for traveling. And this one was really hard for me. I had to choose two. I know you're only supposed to pick one, but I couldn't decide. Let me grab it very fast. So the first one is the Aqualili's for Tarte palette. And I think this is perfect for traveling because it has everything that you could possibly need aside from your foundation and some brushes. So this creates a very, aside from this color, a very beautiful neutral eye, and it has this beautiful blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. Now I have actually been using this palette like crazy lately, and I love it. This blush is so beautiful. I'm actually wearing it now, and the bronzer is Park Avenue Princess, and it's one of their best bronzers. So I love it. It has a really nice size mirror. I don't want to blind you. But it's just really compact, and I love it for traveling. Now, with that being said, I also love the Nars and God Created the Woman palette just because of how tiny it is, and this fits anywhere. And it has beautiful colors. Definitely something that you can use for every day, or if you want to, you can create a really nice smoky eye with those colors right there. And the best part of this palette is that these are all shades that Nars has already in their line. So, I love these shades. It has, Coconut Grove, Alhambra, I think it's called, Bellissima, just some of my favorite shades. And I really love this palette, and I think it's perfect for traveling just because of how tiny it is. It's literally, fits in the size in my palm, so I love that. So what number are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4, biggest regret. Now this is kind of sad for me, but I have to say I really regret purchasing this. This is a Too Faced Summer Eye Palette. Now it does have some pretty colors, but I never reach for this, only in the summer, and I think that it's a shame. I really think that you should get a palette that you can use all year round. And on top of that, these 2 colors just don't do it for me. They're poorly pigmented, as you can see, and when you put them on your eye, they just basically disappear. So no color payoff there, and these two shades are just not good. So I wouldn't recommend this palette. I think Too Faced makes way better palettes than this, so that's probably my biggest regret. So next question is best color names. Now again, that goes to Too Faced. Let's see why. I have the Boudoir Eyes and of course the Pretty Rebel palette. Now the names in here are just fun. As you can see right there, you have some pretty cool names in there, and this one is just cute and pretty. It has Fuzzy Handcuffs, Voulez-Vous, Sugar Walls, like really naughty but playful were names of the shadows. So that definitely goes to Too Faced. Next question, least used. Next question, least used. That would have to be these little darlings right here. These are MAC palettes. It was part of their holiday collection a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago I think. But I mean, they're really pretty. It's just that I always forget that I have these, and it's such a shame because the colors in here are really pretty. And I never use them, and I don't feel like I should use them in tutorials just because you guys can't get them anymore. But yeah, I barely ever open these, and I really should because they're really pretty. And I love this. This is me written all over. I love that kind of hue. So yeah, these are my least used palettes. The next question is most used. Now, I don't know if this really qualifies as a palette, but it is the truth. This is the palette that I reach for the most, probably on an everyday basis, and that is my MAC palette. This is obviously not a palette that you can purchase yourself, but it is a palette that I use every single day, and I love my MAC palette. These aren't all the shades that I have, MAC shadows that I have, but this is the majority that I use. I do switch these out pretty often, but I just love this palette. It's something, I know the eyeshadows, I know exactly what they're gonna look like, and it's just really easy for me to go in here and be like, oh yeah, I want this shadow and I want that shadow. So this is my most used palette, and yeah. And I'm going to add a question to the tag, and that is going to be first love. And that, for me, would have to be this little darling right here. This is the Urban Decay Deluxe Shadow Box, I believe. And this is the first palette that I ever purchased. And it looks like that, and you can see it's very well loved by me. And this is the palette that really started it all for me. Once I bought this and I tried their eyeshadows on my eyes, it was it. That was it. I was hooked. So, this is definitely my first love, and even though I don't use it anymore as much, I probably would never get rid of it just because it's my first love. So, yeah. So, my darlings, that's going to be it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed my video. If you want to do this tag, go ahead. I'm going to list the questions in the description box, and you can just let me know, write me a comment or tweet me, or you can even send me a comment on Instagram. Just let me know that you did the tag so that I can check out your video. So that is going to be it for today. I hope that you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you very soon. Bye!